attack you. Now, if anyone does attack you, it will not be my doing. Now, God said, if you get attacked, that's not his doing. You know, whoever attack you will surrender to you. They will have to pay the price for attacking you, but he letting them know it's not coming from him. Now, God saying to Israel, you know, when trouble comes, you know, it's not coming from him, you know, but when they do, they will surrender to you. You know, that this is like Job. You know, Job was attacked, you know, and that was not from God. We know that came from Satan. You know, Satan had to get permission from God to attack Job. But this is an example, you know, that Job was attacked. Job had everything taken from him, and their attack was not from God. It was not. That's what he was saying. He said a lot of time when we get attacked, don't always talking to myself too. Don't always think it from God. That's why he letting them know if you get attacked, it's not from him. You know, Job got attacked. It was not from God. It was from Satan. You know, so God, you know, it was from Satan. But God had watched over Job through his attacks. You know, you could be in your storm. I'm talking to myself. You could be in a storm and you still receive pain and suffering. But it's not going to be severe because God is watching over you. You remember Job was in that storm. You know, he got hurt. He got hurt. But God was right there to make sure nothing harmed him worse than what it was supposed to be. You know, so he gonna watch over you, but that don't mean you're not gonna get some kind of attack and trouble. You know, because Jesus suffered. You know, so we got to feel some kind of pain, some kind of go through some kind of suffering and struggle. We got to go through all that. You know, but he gonna watch over us and make sure Satan don't do no more than what he's supposed to do. You know, so see, it is I who create the blacksmith. So God let him know it's me. I create the blacksmith. You know, who finds the course into frame and form. You know, he talking about Satan. You know, he letting you know that Satan gonna frame up mess and Satan gonna form it. You know, but see, everything could be formed. That don't mean it gonna succeed. You know, so I who have created the destroyer to wreak havoc. You know, so you remember Satan was up there. You know, God knocked him down. That's why Satan is so smart. That's why he know that Bible from front to back. Because he was up there. You know, he thought he was more than God. So he had to come down. You know, so that's why God said, I created the destroyer. You know, he created the destroyer. You know, so that's why he's saying, if you get attacked, it's not going to be me. So God said, it's he who created the blacksmith. You know, that God can certainly redeem his pledge because all the instruments and agents are alike in his disposal and under his control. You know, so God said, you know, God have control over Satan. You know, Satan had to go to God to do he had wanted to do with Job. You know, God had control over the spiritual warfare. You know, he had control over this. He said to redeem his pledge because all the instruments and agents, you know, are alike at his disposal and under his control. You know, so he's saying no weapon formed against you will prevail. You know, he said, and you will refute every tongue, you know, that accuse you. You know, so he letting you know Satan gonna always fall, but that don't mean he gonna be very successful. See, he wasn't successful with Job because his plan was to destroy Job and watch Job curse God, but it never happened. So just like God said, Satan gonna fall, but that don't mean he gonna win all the time. Now he gonna win some people like he did Eve. Either, he gonna farm, he gonna get some of them, but he um, did not get Job. He farmed everything for Job, and it did not work. So he refute every tongue that accuse you. Now, this is the inheritance of the servant of the Lord, and this is your validation, from me, declare the law. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. You know, that don't mean it's not going to be found. You know, Satan going to stir it up. He going to foam it up. But that don't mean he going to win all the time if you stand firm on God's word. So it's stated out talking about this Babylonian woman, but it really, it's talking about the Israelite. God will reset their nation back better than it was before, because the future of the Israelite in the glory of God. So God, when God put that land, put that nation back together, and make it so beautiful, even the walls gonna have precious rubies and golds on it, that's God's glory. God getting glory out of the future of the Israelite, putting their nation back together. Putting the nation back together. So that's the name of this was the future glory of Zion. God will reset, the Israelite nation right back together, stronger than it ever was before. So we talked about the New Orleans, Louisiana property taxes increase. The property tax increase. We have a lot of families are still struggling. We still have high expensive things out here. You got the gas is up and down. So you have food. A lot of us buy food out of our pocket. And the meat is very expensive right now. So we trying to keep up with everything. And then they're going up on the taxes because of the value. You have so many people is building their houses on East and anybody corner. For the value to be going up, but still we need. I had told them to come check mine. So a lot of people coming forward. To have them to investigate. Because a lot of time, a lot of our houses, the value haven't dropped. So you really need to come out and double check our houses and double check the value of other people's houses that's on our corner. So I have requests for no increase on property tax until y'all investigate the value on our house and investigate the value of the houses on our corner. However y'all estimating this, you have to redo it, because a lot of time our value will drop on our house. And then you got other houses, building houses on our corner, and y'all taking their value to increase our taxes. So that's all I have for you today. The property tax in New Orleans and went up, and I talk about the Israelite. Jerusalem is their nation is devastated. So God said, I'm gonna reset y'all back together. And at the end, God told them, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Y'all have a blessed and safe night, and I see y'all on the next video.